So Scott, what does insulin pump, CT scanner, and an implantable cardiodefibrillator have in common?
Yeah, they all came to market about the same time that AdvaMed was created, about 50 years ago, right? So it's amazing where we've come since then, Joe, and it's been such an honor to watch this industry grow, but also support the industry through that growth period as well.
The AdvaMed organization is known by the people who know. It's like if you know, you know.
Right.
And for some of those that don't know that are watching this, for the 200,000 sets of eyes that are on us every day, what are the big wins that you've been part of in the industry, especially during your time, and you go back before then?
Yeah, so I've been here a little over 9 years now, and it's been an interesting 9-year run. We started with a device tax that was in place. We got that repealed. We moved to the COVID era, which was a very difficult time for everyone, but particularly this industry navigating through that period of time. Came out of that stronger than we've ever been, to be honest with you. And now we've moved into the tariff era, I would say, where we have current challenges and issues. But I think the same thing is going to happen. We're going to move through that and be very successful as well. Because it's an amazing industry, it's a resilient industry. You and I have talked about this before. Advocating on behalf of medtech companies in this country and around the world has to be the best job, right? Because what they do, the industry what they've created, right? The products we've created, the impact it has on people's lives, the value it creates for the economy, not only in the US, but around the world. It's just the best industry. And for 50 years, we've done that work, and I think we're stronger 50 years today than we were when we started.
And it's easy to think of AdvaMed as a US-based entity, but it's really spanned around the globe, hasn't it?
It is, yeah. We started as a US industry, and now we've expanded to virtually every country around the world. We have an office in China now, do a lot of direct advocacy with the Chinese government, networking opportunities there, educational opportunities for us there as well. We have affiliate organizations all over the world, including in Europe, Medtech Europe, which is part of our network now too. An amazing organization representing basically the same set of companies and working with the EU and individual EU countries as well. So great collaboration there. In South America and Central America, we're very active. We've got an affiliate organization in Canada, and you were in Canada with us last year, Joe, for our Toronto conference. Amazing what's happened in Canada over the course of the last 10 or 15 years of growth as well. So we are everywhere, either directly as AdvaMed or working through one of our affiliate organizations to affect government policy, regulatory policy, and help our companies be successful.
You say we are everywhere, and you and I were chatting in the green room beforehand. I had to be reminded that if there wasn't Medtech, hospitals themselves would just be brick buildings.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. We're the engine that makes hospitals operate. If you walk into a hospital, virtually everything that's in that hospital room is manufactured, distributed, and created by our companies, from the bed to the heart monitor, to the stent that may be placed, to the pumps that are used, to the tubing that is created. Everything is Medtech. And I don't think most people fully understand that Medtech story, but it's essential to the hospital operating. It's essential to the clinic that operates in a rural community. It's essential to a doctor's office operating as well, and now it's in the home too for home care. So it is critical to the healthcare system, and without Medtech, there is no healthcare system. I often say we're the backbone of healthcare, and it's really true right now.
It is the foundation, because people will break down health tech at large as biotech, pharma, and medical device.
Right.
There's no such thing as pharma without Medtech, because you can't get a diagnosis.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You can't get delivered a cancer sort of sparing or saving drug without medical devices, which is really Medtech. And you and I are talking about this. We've got to be thought of as Medtech, not as a medical device company.
Yeah, that's right. It's bigger than just a device. Oftentimes people think about medical devices as the device that they know. They don't think about the rest of the ecosystem of Medtech and how it impacts healthcare. What you said about pharma is right. I think of a personal example, and many people see this. Insulin was created over 100 years ago. No one gets that insulin without Medtech, whether it's a needle and a syringe that we manufacture, or it's an insulin pump that now connects to a CGM that helps get the insulin at the right levels to patients at the right time. That insulin doesn't get into patients without Medtech, and that's not the only product as well. There are many products across the board that are fully reliant on Medtech to get to patients.
Well, all diagnostics for the most part is
that's
Medtech
right.
itself.
Right.
One of the things that you've done really well is stay ahead of the curve, really in every aspect of this constant evolution in Medtech. You brought in AdvaMed for these emerging tech companies and created an easy on-ramp there.
Right.
Just recently we did the AI component of this. How do you come to those decisions?
You know, we want to represent the entire ecosystem of medical technology, and every aspect of it is critically important. As the industry has evolved and changed, we needed to evolve and change as well. So imaging is entirely connected to the rest of the device industry, if you will, right? The traditional device industry. The small companies are essential to the innovation of the larger medtech and device companies as well. And then if you look at AI and all that's going on there, right? Healthcare AI, that's generated by tech companies who are also now in health tech and med tech as well. So it's very, very, very connected. And our goal is to represent the entire ecosystem, because if one segment of it is out, the industry doesn't survive as well as it should or thrive as well as it should. But when we're all together trying to advance the same causes, network together, set policy together, advocate together, and grow together, we're better off. And I say we're better off, yes, we're better off, but the healthcare system's better and patients are better if we're fully connected as well. And that's why, to me, having all those different sectors now is really important to AdvaMed outcomes at the end of the day. Imaging, diagnostics, traditional devices, AI, digital health, everything is at AdvaMed where it should be, and we're doing great. So,
I don't think there's another organization in medtech at large that has that open door policy, brings everybody together as non-competitors.
Right.
And we were just up the road here at the Breakers, at the CEO conference, which is one of my favorite conferences to go to, and the access of executives who really are driving where this industry is going. But it always seems to be facilitated. The roundabout seems to be AdvaMed to me.
Yeah, that's sort of the central gathering place, right? Because, as we were just talking about, everyone is here being AdvaMed, and as a result of that, they're together at these events that we do. You know, one of the interesting things about this event and this organization, I've heard it from our CEOs as well, who have been in other industries, they say there's nothing quite like MedTech, right? They're competitors in many ways, but it's a rising tide lifts all boats, and they all kind of embrace that, right? If they're doing well, they want others to do well too, right? From their competitor companies all the way down to the small and mid-sized companies who are trying to grow. So there's a vested interest by our largest CEOs of helping others be successful. And it's almost a family-like atmosphere that exists there, right? And that's the way it should be, right? Because we're not in this business to serve ourselves. Right? There's a mission about MedTech that's greater than just business, right? We're not making widgets. We're not doing things that are just fun, right? We're creating things that change people's lives, and in a meaningful way. They save lives, they change lives, they help people become healthy and well again, right? And we're all bought into that mission. And when you share a common cause that is that big, you want to see others around you do well, because you know the mission is bigger than just you and just your company. And I think that's why we're doing so well right now. We have great leaders, you know a lot of them, great leaders in our industry who care a lot about what we're doing.
And I wonder if they're drawn to this industry because of the mission.
Yeah.
Right? Rather than become mission driven while they're in it, which happens to some people.
Yeah.
But I think that it seems to attract the mission driven people who really are here to do well and for their shareholders, right? Make a profit. Sure. We've got to do that. We want to make a profit. Sure. And that also is a critical part of AdvaMed, is you clear the way for these organizations to make a healthy enough profit, operate within the guidelines of the U.S. government, and sort of on behalf of them speak to the administration.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The administration and the Congress as well, right? Because a healthy policy environment creates a healthy medtech ecosystem as well. And making sure everyone understands that is connected is really essential to what we do. So I've said this to you before, Joe, AdvaMed is many things, but three big things. One, we're about advocacy on behalf of good policy outcomes. Two, we're about networking opportunities for people who are part of our industry, who lead our industry. And 3, we're about education, helping not only educate externally, but also educating our own internal employees about how to do their jobs better, how to learn from each other, how to build what they're trying to build, and how to understand the regulatory and payment environment better. So when you're doing those 3 things for an industry, and those 3 things well, it makes the industry really, really strong. And that's, at our core, that's who we are.
So we've got a 50th anniversary party coming up
Yeah.
on the back end
Yeah.
in Southern Cal. Do you want to chat about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're looking forward to it. Southern California is a great place to have a conference. As I mentioned before, Toronto was great last year. We want to make sure California shines the way Canada shined last time around, and I think they're up for the challenge. But you know, Joe, at this event, everybody who's anybody shows up at the Medtech conference. And we'll be there not just to celebrate AdvaMed, the organization, and the 50 years that we've had, which has been remarkable, but maybe more importantly, the way you started with your question, right, is to celebrate the accomplishments we've had as an industry that have changed people's lives, whether it's the insulin pump or it's a pacemaker or a defibrillator or a robotic surgery tool now that makes surgery better and more precise and more accurate. All of those things are things we'll celebrate, because at the end of the day, that's who we are, right? We're about products to patients and changing people's lives.
Well, 50's been a fun one. You're going to hang around for at least another
50. I
Okay.
hope. Yeah. So yeah, I'm 57 now, so I'll retire at 107. So it's going to be a good run.
All right, I'll meet you on the court.
All right. Yeah.
I appreciate it. The industry thanks you and your organization as
Yeah.
well.
It's an honor and a pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you, my
Thank
friend.
you.
I'm Joe Mullings from 160 Studios. Be well.